I'm Vienna, and yes, like the city in Austria, and no, not like those weird Vienna sausages. People ask me about my name all the time, and at this point, I just laugh about it. My mom named me after Vienna because she thought it sounded pretty and adventurous. Honestly, good choice, Mom. Because I'm 14 and I've been to over 20 countries across 5 continents. So, yeah, that adventurous part worked out. Okay, so this might sound a little strange, but ever since I was really little, like sleeping with a stuffed animal every night little, my bedtime prayer with my mom has always been, Lord, give me another adventure tomorrow. That's it. It is short, sweet, and a little magical. And guess what? That tiny prayer has turned into a whole lifestyle for us. In the past 9 years, I've been to 20 countries across 5 continents, and I'm only 14, which is wild when some of my friends have never even left our state. Like, I've eaten street food in Morocco and gotten totally lost in cities I've never even heard before we planned that trip. So keep watching and learn how my mom and I accomplished this in a pretty short time frame. But here's what everyone gets wrong. My mom is not rich. Like, at all. She didn't grow up flying to Paris for vacation or anything. She was a single mom working hard just to pay the bills. But she always had this dream. She wanted to see the world. The problem was money. Or really, the lack of money. So here's what my mom figured out. My mom knew two things. One, she needed to travel while she was still young enough to enjoy it, but without going into debt or borrowing money. Two, she also needed to save for when she got older so she could retire someday. One day, this businessman, who became our friend, told her something that changed everything. People don't have a shortage of money. They just don't know what to do with the money they do have. That one sentence. It completely changed how we thought about money. When I was little, we lived in Wisconsin. Our life was normal, maybe even boring. Our food was basically salt, pepper, and garlic salt if we were feeling fancy. We didn't travel much. Flying to another country felt like something only rich people did in movies. But when I turned 6, everything changed. No, we didn't win the lottery. That would have been cool though, but nope. What happened was way better because literally anyone can do what we did. My mom's friend taught us this thing called plugging the holes in your pockets. Here's what it means. Imagine you get your allowance or paycheck and you put it in your pocket. Sounds good, right? But what if your pockets had tiny holes you couldn't see? The money would just fall out, a little here, a little there, coffee, snacks, random stuff you don't even remember buying. Before you know it, your pockets are empty, and you're like, where did all my money go? The fix? Find the holes, plug them, keep your money. So my mom did something really smart. She kept every receipt for 1 month. Every single one. And guys, it was a lot. Like a mountain of receipts on our kitchen table. When we sorted them all out, my mom had this big, oh my gosh moment. None of the things she bought were super expensive by themselves, but when you add them all up, it was so much money. Our biggest holes were, well, for my mom, Starbucks runs. She was basically addicted to coffee shops. Me? Ice cream, Target snacks, chips, candy, soda. I was 6 years old. Sugar was my life. The cool part? We didn't stop buying these things completely. We just cut back. My mom started making coffee at home most days and only got Starbucks once a week as a treat. I cut down on all the snack runs and learned either to have self control and not get them, or find a place with a better deal on the products. And the money we saved, that's what paid for our first international trip. We picked Dublin for our first trip because, first, they speak English. We needed baby steps. Flights weren't crazy expensive, and it felt like a safe first trip. I still remember getting off the plane and seeing cars drive on the opposite side of the road. And the steering wheel was on the opposite side, too. My brain was so confused. It felt like we entered some backwards universe. But we were there. We actually did it. My mom saved enough for that whole trip without getting a new job, without getting a raise, and without borrowing money. It was like finding a real life cheat code. And why am I sharing this with you? I'm not sharing this to brag. Seriously, I'm telling you because I want you to know that traveling is possible. Even if you're not rich, even if your family doesn't have a lot of money, you don't need a trust fund, rich parents, a private jet, some rich aunt who's going to pay for everything. Being a normal, kind of quiet, slightly weird person like me, that's enough. You don't have to wait until you're older or until you have more money or until everything is perfect. Because if you wait for perfect, you'll literally be waiting forever. There's always something. Homework, no money, no time, you're too busy, whatever. You just need to be curious, be a little brave, and find someone to do it with you. Your mom, your dad, a friend, your sibling, or just yourself, and a good plan. And what exactly is travel? Here's the thing. Travel isn't about getting cool photos, though photos are pretty cool. It's about seeing how big and weird and cool the world actually is. It's about eating food you can't pronounce, getting lost in random cities, finding the coolest little shops or cafes by accident, and realizing people everywhere are kind of the same. They love their families, they laugh, they work hard, but they're also so different. Different languages, different food, different everything. And somehow that makes the world feel huge and tiny at the same time. The best adventures aren't at fancy resorts. They're in the weird, unexpected places, the wrong turns, the random conversations with strangers. If you've ever dreamed about traveling, seeing a new country, or doing something you've only seen in movies, start now. Not when you're older, not when you have more money, now. Here's the thing no one tells you. You don't need thousands of dollars saved up. My mom and I started with $30 in our adventure fund. 30 bucks. That's it. But watching it grow was honestly kind of addicting. Here's how to actually do it. Step 1. Track your spending for 1 month. I know, it sounds boring, but literally just keep your receipts or use your phone to write down what you spend. Every coffee, every snack, every random thing. You'll be shocked when you see it all written out. Step 2. Find your holes. Look at where your money is going. Is it Starbucks? Vending machines? Online shopping? DoorDash? Everyone has different holes. Just figure out where your money is disappearing. Step 3. Pick one thing to cut back on. Not cut out, just cut back. If you get a coffee every day, maybe make it every other day. If you always buy lunch, maybe pack it twice a week. Small changes equal big results. Step 4. Put that money somewhere you can see it. Get a jar, a piggy bank, or a separate bank account. Label it Adventure Fund, or Travel Money, or whatever makes you most excited. Every time you don't buy that thing you usually buy, put that money in there instead. Step 5. Pick a destination. It doesn't have to be far or expensive. Maybe it's a city a few hours away. Maybe it's another country. Just pick something that makes you excited and seems possible. And the cool part, once you see that money adding up, it becomes like a game. You start thinking, do I really need this soda, or would I rather save $2 for my trip? That's when the trip feels way more real. And have you ever heard the saying, you could have anything you want, but you can't have everything you want. That's not depressing. It's actually kind of freeing. It means you get to choose what matters most to you. One of my favorite quotes is from The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Whatever. Bilbo says, "It's a dangerous business, Frodo. Going out your front door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to." And he's right. So, just go. Start your adventures, step out your door. Who knows where you'll end up? The world is waiting, and it's way cooler than you think. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to support this channel, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to watch more travel finance videos from a teen's point of view, make sure to come back to Wandering Vienna, because there's always more to explore. Bye!